Good morning, friends. I'm your own Dr. D.D. Swami, professor, motivational speaker, and a leadership coach. 2 years back, in October 2017, Luckin Coffee China has started its operation at Beijing. It was founded by Jenny Jian. Luckin China has grown tremendously within these 2 years and has created 4,500 outlets across China, which is more than what Starbucks China is having in China, the first unicorn coffee chain from China. Now, what happened in April 2020 when suddenly its share price plummeted below 80% at Nasdaq? From a share price of $25.96 per share, it has come down to $4.50. What went wrong? Will the company survive or will it die? What's your take, ladies and gentlemen? Please go to the comment section and share your comment whether Luckin Coffee will exist or die. Ladies and gentlemen, we will divide this case into three parts. The first part will talk about the background of both the companies Starbucks US and Luckin China. The second part will talk about the strength of these brands. The third part will talk about what went wrong and what's the final verdict. Now let's go to the first point and see what is the background of both these brands. Starbucks was started in 1971 by Howard Schultz at Seattle, US. Now, this is a 50-year-old brand and this is world's number one. Starbucks annual revenue lies at 26.5 billion US dollar in 2019. Starbucks operating with 31,000 plus chain of stores across the world with 3 lakh employees. They have got a fantastic store at Shanghai in China, which is the biggest store in the world, 30,000 square feet exclusive lounge, which represents the beautiful culture of Starbucks. Starbucks has got 3,600 stores in China, and Starbucks generates 3.4 billion US dollar sales from China and Asia Pacific. China is the second biggest market for Starbucks after US. Starbucks has got aggressive plan for 2020 in China. It is planning to invest 130 million US dollar. It is also planning to have 6,000 outlets by 2020 end. If you look at the background of Luckin Coffee, it was started by Jenny Jian at Beijing in October 2017. It is the first unicorn coffee chain from China. Within a span of 2 years, they have reached the annual sales revenue figure of 2.2 billion US dollar, and especially after May 2019 IPO issue, they have been able to raise 1.5 billion US dollar from the investors. Before COVID-19, the pandemic, their market capitalization was 13 billion US dollar. Luckin China has now 4,500 stores across China, surpassing Starbucks, which is operating since 20 years in China and still lies at 3,600 stores. That's a tremendous achievement for a 2-year disruptive brand in the coffee market in China. Luckin China was funded by Centurion Capital, and this brand has been able to raise 400 million US dollar in 2019. Now let's go to the second part where we will see the strength of these brands. Now let's look at the strength of Starbucks. Starbucks is famous for quality coffee, premium lounge, outstanding customer experience. Fourth, it is always situated at high traffic areas and premium and posh areas. Fifth, Starbucks always give experiential brand experience to its customers. And finally, Starbucks is a pioneer as far as employee services and facilities. Luckin China's strength lies in technology. 70% of their sales comes online. You have to download their fantastic interactive app, through app you will be going to give the order. This is the reason why they operate with small stores, whereby they have been able to save a lot of rent. If you order online, the coffee will reach you within 30 minutes. They have got a fantastic delivery channel. Second, their strength lies in price. They offer a fantastic price to its customers. When Starbucks sells a cup of coffee at $5, they have been able to sell their coffee at 3.80. Third, they offer very attractive discount. Fourth, aggressive market spending. That's what the strength of Luckin Coffee. They spend 3 times more than their revenue on marketing, because they always say that it's scale that matters in the long run and not promotional expenditures. Another strength lies in using technology and data to predict consumer behavior and their demand pattern over a period of time. So their stores are better equipped and ready to cater to the customer orders. Their biggest strategic strength lies in the collaboration they have with Tencent Holdings of China, which is the biggest artificial intelligence and Internet of Things company in China. Because of this technology strength, their delivery is so superb and they take only 30 minutes to reach the customer. This has forced the Starbucks to have a collaboration with Jack Ma's Alibaba Elme for the delivery. And now Starbucks is doing wonderfully well in their delivery services through Elme of Alibaba. They have been able to reach 2,000 stores in 30 cities in 3 months only. Kudos and hats up to Luckin Coffee for giving competition to Starbucks, and now Luckin Coffee is known as the China's Starbucks to the world. The third most important point in this case is what went wrong. Just 2 years, this coffee brand, Luckin Coffee, has grown to tremendous strength, bypassing the number of stores Starbucks has created over 20 years in China and reached a number of 4,500. That's not a joke, ladies and gentlemen. They have reached a sales figure of $2.2 billion per annum, and they have reached a market capitalization of $13 billion before COVID-19. Then what went wrong with the brand so the brand is struggling to hold the ground? In December 2019, every analyst was predicting Luckin Coffee China will be going to hit Starbucks like never before, and they might dismantle Starbucks from leadership position in times to come. Then what went wrong with the brand? In 2020 April, their chief operating officer, Mr. Jian, has been suspended from the job. And this news has created havoc in the market. Their share price plummeted below 80% to $4.50 per share at Nasdaq. There was an outside complaint regarding their financial mismanagement, and the internal team has investigated and found 40% of their sales revenue figure have been escalated and exaggerated in the second to fourth quarter by the senior management. Why it has been done? What was the intention behind it? To show the exaggerated figure to the external world so that they will be able to raise huge capital for their expansion plans. They are expanding tremendously without caring about profit and customer loyalty. And this 40% exaggeration is into the tune of $310 million. That one of the biggest fraud that has ever happened in corporate arena of China. Now the road is very tough. The chairman, Mr. Zheng Jian, has been defaulted to pay the margin money of $518 million, and Goldman Sachs has given a warning to either seize their account or to sell their shares. Ladies and gentlemen, the entrepreneurs, the business people, or the startups who are watching this video, you have to be very careful in managing your finance. Scale is important, but artificial scaling up is very dangerous. And you might have seen so many great startups have failed in the past and will be going to fail in future because of their over ambition and flying very high without having a solid ground. So it's my request, advice and instruction to all these startups, whether you are a small, medium and a big or a unicorn startup, manage your finance well And second advice to all of you will be to have great corporate governance system in place. You need to have transparency and accountability of your top management, not only to your investors, but also to all your stakeholders. Now, the company Luckin Coffee is in serious doldrums, and there is a question mark. What will happen to the brand? Now, will it come back to its original form, or will it vanish from the corporate arena? What's your take, ladies and gentlemen? Go to the comment section and share your comments. Prima facie, as it looks till now, Luckin Coffee might be going to face a very tough time. If you like the case analysis, please do share. And if you're new to my channel, please do subscribe and hit the bell icon. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your support. Till next time, it's your own Dr. D.D. Swami, professor, motivational speaker, and a leadership coach saying goodbye and take care.